King Cobra Premium Malt Liquor. Delicious. Shout out to Larry. Agent Orange, Bloodstains, Punk Rock and Malt Liquor.
Sometimes I'd rather die. They can tell me lots of things, but I can't say I die. But I know they know the way I think. I know they always will. But someday I'm gonna change my mind. Sometimes I'd rather kill. Bloodstains, snake kills, fast cars, chain rails, rich girls, blind light. I lost my sense, I lost control, I lost my mind. So much different now. The scene has died away. I haven't got a steady job, and I got no place to stay. But that's up to respect modern world. Some what they see. Someday you better wake up from this movement that I'll see. Bloodstains, snake kills, fast cars, chain grills, rich girls, blind light. I lost my sense, I lost control, I lost my mind.
Stupid ass. Fuck out of here. Fuck you. Goddamn bullshit. Oaktown Hellbilly back again with another one. This was just going to be originally just Punk Rock and Malt Liquor. I didn't purchase any vinyl this week. However, a couple of records showed up on my doorstep today that I ordered a while ago. And I wasn't expecting them until Monday and Tuesday. So we'll get into that. It's just two of them. So I didn't really have much to talk about tonight. So I was just going to do Agent Orange, Bloodstains and shit. And deal with all of that. Malt Liquor. First of all, shout out to 219 J Jones. Rock Bottom 559, Lootbag Larry, Pro Wrestling Guy, Lone Wolf fucking 420, and Cause of 25, the Northern California contingent. I'll get into that shit in a minute, but 219 J Jones is in the process of fixing up his 73 Camaro with that. He's got a pinstripe, I think it's a pinstripe or it's a fucking disco stripe. That shit's got to go 219 J Jones. Got to get new headers in that. You got to get a Hurst fucking shifter to put in there. You know, I think you said it's a fucking manual transmission. You got to get a Hurst fucking on the floor to put in that. I don't know, but that's like a day two kind of thing or day one restoration, whatever. It's from the 70s. They had them in the 60s and 70s. You got to do that with that 73. It's a nice car. The metal on that, I've seen that car before. The metal on that car is nice. The frame is good. It's a fucking hell of a nice car. And when he gets done with it, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a fucking beast, a masterpiece. Malt Liquor. Shout out to 219 J Jones. Of course, Lootbag Larry, too. All right, so first up, I ordered this off of Discogs. And it arrived today. I've already opened it and listened to it. I wasn't originally planning on camming up, but I decided later on this evening that I was going to. So, Bad Religion, How Can Hell Be Any Worse? And this album came out in 1981. This is their first album, and it's a banger. I mean, there isn't a bad song on here. You know, it's just, We're Only Gonna Die, Latchkey Kids, I mean, Faith in God, Fuck Armageddon, This Is Hell. All the classics are on here. There's not a bad song on this, and as they progressed later in their career, musically they got better, of course. But I think with Bad Religion, and this is a controversial statement I'm about to make, I think that the last good album that they put out, really, I think it's a great album personally, and that in itself is a controversial statement. But the last good album that they put out was A Gray Race, and that's February 25th, 1996. And of course, I purchased. That was a day one purchase for me. I had already heard "How Can Hell Be Any Worse." I already had it on CD at that point. And when I was reading alternative press at the time, I had 3 subscriptions back in the day. I had Rolling Stone, Spin Magazine, and Alternative Press. And Alternative Press would show bands that were not really in the mainstream. I mean, that's a punk band at the time. Not too many people had heard of them, you know. It's not like they were getting play on MTV. Sometimes you'd see bands like Green Day, Offspring wearing a Bad Religion t-shirt, and that's how a lot of people found out about it back then, 94, 95, 96. But it wasn't in the mainstream per se. And Alternative Press would showcase bands like that. Even though Alternative Press was a semi-mainstream publication, a periodical of note, they would show some underground bands, right? Bad Religion was well known in the punk community. Everybody knew about it, but the average person didn't. And they were talking about, you know, they got a new record coming out. They interviewed them back then, like 95, and I read the interview. I said, oh, that'll be interesting. And I waited for it, and I went to the Sam Goody record store in Alexandria, Louisiana, in the mall, and I picked it up. That was a day one purchase. And I listened to it, and I loved it. The Gray Race is a masterpiece to me. A lot of people say, oh, I don't like it because it's, you know, it's kind of stale, it's formulaic. Fine, maybe so. But when I was in Bosnia, I listened to that album every single motherfucking day I was there. Every day, just about. I about wore out that fucking CD. You know, and a friend of mine too, he was into it and shit, so we both had the fucking CD. And we listened to that shit a lot. You know, that's how it was. Bad Religion, How Can Hell Be Any Worse? Great album. I highly recommend it. Get it on vinyl, do whatever you gotta do. It's great. Malt liquor. I think after 96, after Gray Race, they put one out in 98. I can't even remember the title. It's forgettable to me. But, you know, you had Suffer, that came out in 88. No Control was 94, I think. And there's a couple other ones in there. But that part of their catalog was excellent. It's like Offspring. The last great Offspring record was Smash. That's 1994. Everything after that has been, in my opinion, mediocre. This is just my opinion. If you like Offspring, you like the shit they put out in 1998, 2000, whatever the fuck, you do you, man. You enjoy that shit. That's what it's all about. Music is subjective. It's an art, you know. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to fucking hate it. That's how it goes. Malt liquor label out. Father Blueprint. Shout out to Falstaff, of course. Huffy 72, Florida 32 ounce, Gambino 81, Scumbag Supreme, you know, Ross Bay 40, Ronnie Boy Malts, everybody up there in Canada fucking holding it down, drinking malt liquor, listening to punk rock and hardcore and heavy metal. Hell to Pay 80 is a fucking metalhead from like nobody's business. And that's the other thing about this vinyl shit, you know. If it wasn't for punk rock and fucking metal, and like Falstaff had corrected me in a comment, he said, you know, hip-hop too, underground hip-hop and shit. They were pressing stuff on vinyl. That kept this shit alive. Because if there wasn't punk, underground metal, and underground hip-hop, there would be no vinyl right now. There'd be nothing to speak of, probably. You'd have used shit, and that's it. I don't know if they'd be pressing any new stuff. Records, and they held it down until 2007 or 8, whenever the first record store day was, when they started hyping vinyl again, and I'm glad they fucking did. It's a better listening experience. Malt liquor. All right, next up. This is the second one. The last one. I have not opened this yet, and I'm kind of afraid to. I don't want to fuck up the hype sticker on that. Rancid, Let's Go, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 Go Records exclusive. They only pressed 1,000 copies of this, and I'm on their mailing list and shit, so they told me that, you know, they were pressing this in Operation Ivy. This is a really, really cool, rad fucking red vinyl that's translucent. It's really immaculate, beautiful. I haven't opened it yet. I don't know if I'm going to. I probably will, but I might just go get another copy with the fucking black vinyl, so it's one to listen to, and keep this one sealed just for posterity. And I got number 550 out of 1,000. This arrived in the mail for me today. So I had 2 different record mailers. That came from, I want to say, fucking Seattle. I can't remember who I ordered that from, and this came from, obviously, from Oakland, because 1-2-3-4 Go Records is down in Oakland. It's one of my favorite spots to go to. So Rancid, Let's Go, special color vinyl right there. I'm probably going to open that and listen to it, but I don't know. That's a decision I got to make. Do I want to buy another copy? Yeah, why not? Like I said, buy more fucking vinyl. The more vinyl that we buy, the more vinyl that you buy, the happier that makes me, because they're going to press more and more of it, and I hope they do. They got to open up a couple of more pressing plants to get right. That's the way I'm seeing it. Malt Liquor label out. You know, and the other thing with that, just going into a record store. When's the last time you did that? I've asked that question before. I've talked about it before. When's the last time you did that shit? You know? When's the last time you were flipping through the bins for CDs or cassettes or whatever the fuck it is? You know? The last time I went and bought a CD was 2009. That was at Raekwon the Chef, Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2. And I didn't do any digging because I knew exactly what I was looking for. I walked in there. I asked the guy if they had it, and he said, yeah, we got it, and that was it. And I walked out. You know, I bought it and walked out. It was at Barnes Nobles in Elizabethtown, Kentucky in 2009. And they had several copies of it, and that's a great album. I also have it on vinyl too, by the way. Malt Liquor. Next weekend, I'm going to be down south, so to speak, you know. We all know what fucking goes on in the Hong Kong club. Malt Liquor! I'll be there, and then I'm going to go vinyl hunting in Los Angeles. I'm going to go to Headline. I'm going to go to Amoeba Hollywood, and there's a couple other small spots I want to check out as well, you know. But Headline, they got a great punk rock selection in there. That's mostly what he deals with, punk rock, hardcore, like underground shit. He's got some metal too, you know, a lot of metal actually. Lootbag Larry, next time you're in Los Angeles, Malt Liquor Road Crew, just check out Headline. They don't just have vinyl, they also got, he's got CDs and DVDs and shit too. All that underground metal shit that you love so much, it's all right there. Malt Liquor. So there will probably be, next weekend, there will probably be a Malt Liquor masterpiece filmed. No guarantees, like I said. I was talking about maybe camming up on my other channel and providing some sort of political commentary. This channel, I remain neutral. I'm like an anarchist on this channel. I'm not political. I don't give a fuck. If you like one side or the other side, I don't fucking care. You are welcome here. You're welcome to comment. You're welcome to argue, whatever the fuck you want to do about music and this and that and the other thing. You could tell me that punk rock sucks, which I know it does. 209 J Jones. It's awful. It sounds terrible, but no problem, whatever. But you know, the state of things did not happen on my other channel. It's not going to happen this evening. But you know, next weekend we got something special, something exclusive planned. It'll be a Mr. Met 40-ounce Oaktown Hellbilly fucking exclusive. Some on-location Malt Liquor videos down in LA. Malt Liquor. Approaching the swill. So I'm gonna go on the swill. I got this fucking part of the whole goddamn thing. Approaching the motherfucking swill. Shout out to Malt Patriot. Of course. Fucking Sandra Pena, Indiana Malt, brown bag, fucking 40-ounce. All you fucking guys holding it down, drinking. I'm half in the bag, ladies and gentlemen. All you fucking guys holding it down, drinking Malt Liquor. Following the blueprint, doing what you do, doing what we do here. Malt Liquor. Yep. None of your fucking phone, dwarf. Oaktown Hellbilly, rate, comment, subscribe, whatever the fuck you gotta do. I'm the fuck out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, buy more vinyl. If you're curious about getting into vinyl, fucking let me know. Drop a comment down fucking below. Do what you gotta do. I won't steer you wrong. But you know, we gotta support music that we love. That's just the way it is. I'm the fuck out of here. Malt Liquor.